No matter what it is you do while you are incarcerated, you will suffer from some type of consequence and repercussion. You don't even have to do something to bring the consequence and repercussion your way. Prison is the type of place where nothing is planned. Every single day something goes down and you don't know what it is. You better take this advice that I'm giving you in this video, because I'm finna give y'all that straight real spill.
Haha, Dom the best. Finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around and bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitch with a lock. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2, cause violent first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone and my charger don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted.
What's up, everybody? You already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all go ahead now, make sure you do me that solid favor, hit that like, subscribe button, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today I'm gonna be speaking on consequences and repercussions that you can look forward to when you were in prison. For people that have been here for a while, y'all already know, man, I done touched bases on all types of good, bads, fucking ugly, all types of situations there is. You feel me? And we got plenty more coming. This one here isn't particularly a story. This one here is just more of like a guide of what to expect. I want everyone to pay attention to this video, all right? Because no matter what you do when you're incarcerated, you will come across consequences and repercussions, whether it's from the officers or whether it's from the inmates. Consequences and repercussions are a day-to-day thing and are common as hell inside of prison. All right, now, what do I mean by consequences and repercussions? I mean, anything you do, there is something that's going to come after that. Literally. You decide to rob someone, later on down the line, someone's going to rob you. You feel like extorting people, later on down the line, someone's going to try to extort you, or someone's going to come to that camp that knows the person you extorted, and next thing you know, they're going to come get you. You could get wet up, you can get ripped open, you could get fucking hit with locks, jumped, all that. Just by an action you made a long time ago. All right? And like I said, consequences and repercussions come not even when you do something. Prison is just that type of place to where you will learn through your experience. If you're a knucklehead and you go to prison and you feel like your shit don't stink and you ain't never learned from your mistakes and you think everything's just going to be peaches and cream, boy, your ass got a rude awakening. Literally. And if you do go to a camp and you go to your bid and your first bid is peaches and cream and you do make it through with no problems, then that means 9 times out of 10 your ass got another bid in you. Once you go and you see what prison is really like, once you get presented in front of what prison truly is like, and don't skate through the radar and low-key slither your way through a easy bid, you're going to learn that you don't want to go back to prison. You're going to learn from your mistakes, and you're not going to want to be as dumb and as much as a crash dummy and as much as, you know, committing crimes and getting caught up and being on the police's radar as much as you once were, because of the experience that you've seen in prison. Even if it didn't happen to you, just the things you've seen happen to others, okay? A couple things that can be consequences and repercussions, all right? I'll break it down from what the guards can do as far as giving you a consequence and a repercussion, and then we'll jump on over to the inmates. You already know what the guards can do. The guards can put you in confinement. That ain't the only thing they can do. They can beat you. They can literally put a hold on your mail. They could turn your number that you got to type in when you go to call home. They could turn that number off to where you can't make calls no more. They'll beat you, put you in confinement until you heal up. Your family don't know nothing about it, because when you try to send letters, they're going to put a hold on your mail. I know all these things. If y'all been here for a while, then y'all have listened to my stories where I've told y'all how they shut my pen off on me before and I couldn't call home. All because I said the word cracker over the phone. Because I told my mom, man, these crackers are playing with my mail. They threatened me. They took my PIN number off to where I couldn't call from that institution, and they put a hold on my mail. If them officers wanted to hide me, beat me up, rough me up, put me somewhere where you don't even see me all banged up until I'm healed, they could have. These are the type of consequences and repercussions that you get dealing with these officers. You have officers that pin things on people. give people extra charges for things that ain't even theirs. Literally, make your stay way longer than you expected. You go there thinking shit's sweet. You thinking you're just gonna, yeah, I'm just gonna glide through this shit. Boy, it ain't nothing. I got it all figured out. And then you come across one of them officers that are a certified dickhead, and they feel like putting some shit on paperwork that ain't true about you. You feel me? And next thing you know, you're facing a whole other charge. Going to outside court, facing a whole nother bid. And there's nothing you can do about it. Them officers can also put your name on false paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Put it out there that you're police and all this different shit and just tell different inmates and it not even be true. And next thing you know, you got inmates running you down, trying to ride you like flies on shit. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. Officers get away with doing the consequences and repercussions towards inmates just like inmate on inmate. Okay? For inmates, the type of things that you're going to be going through with them. You're going to be getting in fights. You have to be ready for that. Prepared for that, most definitely. You got to be prepared to get jumped, because if you get into it with a gang member, 9 times out of 10, you are not going to get a one-on-one unless you are respected. They're going to jump your ass and make an example of you. And then you look at it like, oh, well, they jumped me, bro. That ain't fair. Nah, bro. We won't lose. Regardless how you look at it, we ain't lose. That's how people think. That's how people, you know, renegade and play through their daily shit while in prison. Okay? Another thing you got to expect. Get hit with locks. If y'all have ever seen how hard a master lock is, then y'all know them shits, boy, are undefeated. Them shits leave dents in your head. I can't tell you how many people I came across in prison that had scars, patch marks in their hair from getting hit with locks. Because that shit busts you open. Next thing you know, it scars up. So when your hair grows back, when your hair goes to getting a little longer, it don't grow all the way in. It shows different patches. Because you have scars there now where the hair ain't going to grow through. You feel me? That's something you definitely got to look forward to happening in there. And all these things I'm telling you can happen for no reason. That's what you got to be prepared for. Y'all know the saying, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. That is exactly what you have to do when you get locked up in prison. Straight up. That's why if you're younger, or if you've never been to prison yet and you're older or anything like that, these videos right here are to help you to make sure you don't go down that path. Because I'm telling you, prison is not the place to go. Just because I had fun during my bid and got that shit all on camera, me hanging out, I got footage and all that shit, doesn't mean it's peaches and cream. Literally. Anyone who's been to prison, it don't matter if they've been 1 time or 5 times. They still have to be on their P's and Q's the very first time or the 5th time. They got to be on their P's and Q's the same amount of time. It don't matter. Okay? Another thing that is a major consequence and repercussion inside of prison, y'all know this, is getting hit up. Like in the thumbnail. You feel me? You'll be walking across the compound. People want to run up and, come here. Come here. Come on. Yes. That's the type of thing that you have to expect while you're in prison. You're dealing with people that don't look at it like one-on-ones are worth it. They look at it like, man, fuck that. I'm trying to air him out, bro. Straight up. Well, I'm trying to cover his shirt in blood. I'm trying to leave him ickied up. Real shit. And that's what people tend to do. And it ain't got to be because they're scared to fight. Or it ain't got to be because, oh, they think they'll lose the fight. None of that. There's some people in there that truly are beasts with their hands and can whoop ass and literally will whoop the person's ass in a one-on-one fight who they are actually in beef with. But they want to do more than that. They literally want you to pay the consequences for even getting involved with whatever the fallout or whatever the drama is that y'all got amongst each other. Okay? You want to be one of them people that come home with all these holes in your back and in your sides? Hell no. I know I wouldn't want to be. I done seen some people, boy, get the floor mopped up with them. Real shit. Look like you just dumped a bucket of red paint on the ground. What about another consequence of repercussion? Talking shit, spreading rumors, you know, gossiping like a female, saying something to one inmate. Whatever you hear, you go run tell it to another inmate. Or just the wrong place at the wrong time. Or people think you're affiliated with someone you're not affiliated with. Or people think they know you from somewhere when they truly don't. And you get ripped open. $1.50. Y'all already know. Y'all know what that is. It's when you get your mouth ripped open with a knife, a razor. See what I'm saying? These are all the type of things that you have to look forward to when you go to prison. And it doesn't mean, okay, well, the way I keep these people off my ass from doing this to me is I'm going to do it to them. Or I'm going to be known for doing that, so they going to know not to play with me. That ain't true, because for every 50 buck 50s you gave, there's someone in there that's done 100. For every 75 people you've wet up, there's someone in there that's wet up 100. No way around it. And it doesn't matter. You're not scaring nobody. You're not going to make nobody bow down. Yeah, you could scare some people. Not saying that everyone's going to be like Conan and try to stand up to you. Some people are going to be spooked at the shit they know you've done and fall back and want no problems. You know what I'm saying? But there's going to be others that want to try to wet you because you think you're Conan. Because of the things you did. You're a bigger trophy. Straight up. These are the type of things that you got to expect when you were locked up. And this ain't just down here in Florida where I'm from. This is everywhere. Everywhere you go, you got to expect these type of things. Okay? Literally. Have y'all ever seen anybody on the streets, like an old timer you know that been to prison a couple times and he's got teeth missing? Have you? Because I know a bunch of old heads that I know barely got any fronts left. For you to go to prison and come home with any of your teeth, like, not knocked out, that's a blessing. People get their shit knocked out up the road. So for you to come home and you have a straight grill still, that is a blessing. You might as well pat yourself on the back. For real. Because people are known to get their teeth knocked out. They whole fronts. Get their fronts knocked out in prison somehow. Whether it's a fight or that swing of that lock, you try to duck, pop, goes the weasel. There it is. Now every time you talk and you say a word that begins with the letter F, it sounds like you're whistling. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, like that. Because you tried to duck a damn lock and you got hit in your mouth. Now one of your fronts done popped out. And y'all know how it is when a tooth gets knocked out. It's the domino effect. Anything else severe happens after that, there goes the next one, the next one, the next one. It's what it is. You feel me? But it is truly a blessing to make it through your bid and come home with no scars on your face, no teeth missing, both your eyeballs, because some people get their eyes knocked out of their socket. You know what I'm saying? Some people get hit in arteries, and the only way they could save that person is they got to remove a limb. Some people will lose their arms, legs from certain situations. Same on the streets. You know, people do drive-bys or whatever they do, ride by with that stick and and whatever, and, you know, take people's limbs off. And sometimes the only way they could save that person is to remove the limb. Same shit in prison. You got some people that come home from prison that ain't even stably there no more. That got screws loose. That, I don't mean in a crazy way. I mean in a, yeah, like that. That come home and they're not all the way there no more. Might walk bow-legged and shit. Look like they always trying to do the Dougie or something. That's what I'm saying. Like, these are the type of things that you can go through while you're incarcerated. So for people who think prison is a game and think it's a joke, you ass better think twice before you go there. Straight up. I don't care how big and bad you are. That shit don't mean nothing. Because the bigger you are, there's going to be somebody else in there that wants to test you. The harder you are, there's going to be somebody else in there that wants to test you. It don't matter. Literally, it ain't like, okay, well, I'm known on the streets from knocking out 50 people with these. Okay, well, there's going to be 15 of them with knives like this long coming after you. Because they know you're deadly with your fists. So fuck it. We ain't even going to fight him. We just going to jump on his ass and ride his ass like a donkey and hit him as many times as we can until he fucking stops moving. That's exactly the type of things that you got to prepare yourself for in prison. Literally. I know I be looking at my, I be looking at my analytics, and I know that I have a young crowd that watches me. All right? I have a young to, like, I'd say late 30s. That's my main thing. I know a lot of people that watch me. I still get comments from people. I get messages on Instagram. A lot of them are young. A lot of them, are still living that life. Stop while you're ahead. That's the best thing I could tell you. Straight up. I know I ain't any better because I've been to prison, obviously. But it's good to take it from someone who's been there, done that, who's seen it, who's been through the experience. You understand? A lot of people's parents are telling them you don't want to go down that route, but their own parents haven't even been there. Take that shit from someone that you know that has been incarcerated, that has been through that shit. And I'm telling you, It might change your life. Because even if you stay to yourself, you could still suffer from consequences and repercussions. Straight up. You in there hustling or whatever, you're trying to make $1. Meanwhile, you don't know you're stepping on someone else's toes. Who else was doing hustling before you got there? You know how it is on the streets when there's basers, you steal the other dope boy's licks. You know what I'm saying? That dope boy used to have 25 basers on his line, but now he's only got 9 because you're there. That's how it is in the chain gang. No matter how you try to make money, you're going to always be stepping on someone's toes. So there could be a consequence and repercussion that comes from behind that, and you won't expect it. You'll think everybody's cool with you. You'll think everybody's your dog. You'll think everyone's fine and dandy with you walking around making all this money, getting it how it is, because it looks like everybody's showing love, because it looks like you're showing love by blessing everybody however you're hustling. But in all reality, there's people in them shadows that are watching, that have envy, that hate, that never ever want to see someone else with more than what they have. Dead ass serious. This is the type of things that you got to prepare yourself for. And like I said, even if you don't hustle, even if you stay to yourself and you sit in that corner with your head down 24/7, there's going to be people that want to prowl on the weak. They want what you got. Even if you don't have shit, they're going to feel like whatever you have is better than theirs. It might be something as petty as your shower slides that they give you when you get there. They might feel like theirs is old, rusty, and dusted up and dried the hell out from all them years. Your shit look brand new. Them shits look solid. They ain't got no indent from your foot being in them. Them shits are brand new. Them are stable. And they'll want your shower slides. Something as petty as that. These are the type of things that you got to prepare yourself for. Straight up. And anything you do in prison, if you are one of them ones that live that savage life, if you like, to see another person bleed, if you like to be violent, if you like to take someone up through there and you like to harm their ass and make them remember you for life. It's the type of shit that I used to think when I was, I'm different now, but a little bit. But anyways, if you're one of them type of people that want to bring that pressure and you want them to feel you for life, not just during the fight, not just brr, brr, fuck nigga, pussy nigga, brr, right? Not just during the fade. That ain't the only thing you want them to feel you for. You want them to feel you permanently for life. If you're one of them people, then you got to definitely be ready for consequences and repercussions. Because word travels, and no matter what you do, you may get away with it right there from the guards, but then you're not going to get away with it from all the inmates. And if you get away with it right then and there, that shit may catch up to you. Or you might get away with it with the inmates, but then the guards caught you. Now your ass is booked, you're going to confinement, and depending on how it went down, what your situation is, you might go to CM, now you're stuck on the slab. You're getting transferred. You never know what it is. So you got to prepare yourself. But y'all know the saying, if you live by the gun, die by the gun. If you live that nitty-gritty life, you want to rob people in prison, you want to put down on them, extort them, you want to beat people up, fight people all the time, whip people up, try to see how many people you can put on a helicopter throughout your bid, then you got to be prepared with what comes with it, because you're not the only one in there like that. There's plenty of people in there living that same gangster life like you. And there's plenty of people in there that are not living that gangster life that got to deal with gangsters 24/7. You see what I'm saying? So just take this video from me. I'm going to wrap this one on up. I just want y'all to know, no matter what you do, remember, prison is not a joke. Prison is not the place to be. A lot of people who made it home from prison are lucky. Straight up. L-U-C-K-Y. Lucky. Them boys know for a fact. They know for a fact. If they was at any other place, it wouldn't have went down the way it went down. They wouldn't have been living the way they was living. So just take this shit from me and remember, be ready for consequences and repercussions, because no matter what you do that is good and bad, in prison there is always consequences and repercussions. And a lot of people seem to forget that. They think shit's sweet. They think that if they never been there before, they think they're just going to go there and have the time of their life. Or if I don't mess with no one will mess with me. Or if I stay out of the way, then I should be straight. It don't work like that. People get wet up that don't deserve it all the time. People get hit, hurt, airlifted. Moms and them get phone calls and shit that they loved one ain't coming home no more. All by mistake. A lot of times, mistakenly, the wrong people get wet. Okay? But anyways, I'm going to wrap this video on up. I appreciate y'all watching. Like I always said, y'all go ahead and have a blessed weekend. Keep them squares, rats, clowns, chomos, pedos, people who don't know if the baby's truly theirs. Keep all them out your circle, man. And until next time, it's the one and only. First one to ever do it. First one with his real footage. Real own footage. Frog.